Howdy folks, AJ coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer, and we are inside of EverQuest 2. This is one of my favorite games, and now that I have my new rig, I was finally able to put all the settings all the way up to maximum. Now if you notice that red number in the top left hand corner, that's my frame rate right now, and it is terrible still, and that's because I've got everything turned up all the way. And there's a saying in EverQuest 2 that the computer that can run EverQuest 2 with all the settings maxed completely all the way has not been built yet, and I'm starting to believe that, because I have a beautiful beefy system, and now trying to record with Bandicam with everything set all the way up, look at my frame rate. It's all the way down to 6. And that is completely unacceptable. But there's nothing I can do about it, because apparently the saying is true. The computer has not been built yet that can run it with everything turned all the way up to maximum. I mean, this game, you know, is 10 years old. And if you look at that, you can tell. I mean, it's a gorgeous game when everything's turned all the way to the max. And I mean, I'm still not doing too bad, but I should be. You know, with any other game, I'd be at least at 60 frames per second with the video card I have and the processor I've got and everything. So, but anyway, the purpose for what we're doing today is this is part 3 of my housing guide to EverQuest 2, and what I thought I would do is, because we're in the middle of the EverQuest 2 holiday for Halloween, in-game holiday, called Nights of the Dead, and this year what they've done is they've added a player house that can be purchased through the cash shop. And subscribers get 500 station cash every month as being a subscriber. So you know, a couple months, and if you've subscribed for a couple months, you have enough to buy the house. So it's not like you have to put anything extra out for it. But anyway, so I thought I'd show that house. And what we have here is we have, for lack of a better term, we have a little kiosk here that has all of the different player house, what they call prestige player house options here, and you can access, enter, tour, visit. We're gonna tour just so we can look through. We can actually walk through the house that I'm talking about. So when you go to tour, you've got, these are all the different prestige houses. There's quite a few of them. And the one that we're looking for is the Fright Manor. That is the new house that they have added for this year's Halloween. And so once you purchase it, it's yours to keep forever. But it's very possible it will only be available during this Halloween event. And so if you may have to wait till next year if you miss out or something like that. So yeah, I could be wrong. It could be that it's going to be, you know, available year round, but we'll see. So let's go in and take a look. Okay, here we are. So this is the new house, and what I wanted to show you guys was that there is a control right here where you can actually control the storm, whether it's raining or calm the storm or whatever. So I'm going to calm the storm so that it helps my frame rate out a little bit here. And so this is all part of the player house if you purchase it, and it's basically a like a haunted house type of a look to it, and it's got a main story, and then you can go upstairs, and it's got an upstairs here, and then it's got a little patio. And by EverQuest 2 standards, this is not very impressive. because there's not even a basement, you know, or anything like that. It's just the two floors, and of course you can decorate all this stuff any way you want to. And you got all this out here that you can decorate in, you know, all this front area. But what we thought was pretty funny, that a lot of us were in here before, and one of the things that bugged us is that we're not sure they finished the house because you can like walk right underneath it. So it's almost like they slapped it together and threw it out here. Now they'll probably fix this, but we're hoping that maybe this is meant to be a basement, you know, with a basement door or something to get into, you know. And you got a little pond back here. It's not deep enough to swim in or anything, but you got a little pond here and a little graveyard and all that. So you got a little mausoleum. I was hoping that there'd be like a little door to go into the mausoleum, and I thought that would be a cool touch, but they didn't choose to do that. They never call me. You know, you think they'd get, you know, they could call me, they could text me, they could get me on Twitter or Facebook or whatever and say, hey, Greyhawk 4x4, what do you think about, we're going to do a fright house, you know, a fright manor for the Halloween event. You got any ideas? And oh man, I'd be willing to help. They wouldn't have to pay me or anything. I'd say, you know, have the mausoleum and then make sure you had a little door so you could go into the mausoleum. Maybe have inside there, have a secret door. You open up some, you know, something and, you know, hit a button or something and a wall slides and you got a secret door with a secret room in there. I mean, you know, all you got to do is contact me, guys. I'm available on all kinds of social media and everything. I would have said, hey, how about you finish the house before you put it in the game? And while you're at it, put a basement, because any spooky house that's worth its salt is going to have a basement, because that's where all the bodies are kept. So, anyway, I just thought I'd show this to you guys and let you know that that's the new prestige house. The other thing they didn't do in this one is they didn't give you a way to get out. The gate does not activate or anything. So, let's go ahead and unleash the storm, and I will just quick travel out of here. So, okay, so we're back in my little hometown of Hollis here, where my house is here. And I just thought that you guys might enjoy that little video. I was actually also doing this to test out to see how well Bandicam did with this game turned up all the way. Without Bandicam running, my frame rate's much better than this, of course. So that did have an impact on it, but I just wanted to test it out. So that will do it for this episode of the EverQuest 2 housing guide. I will do a couple more of these and go into a little bit more detail on some of the other houses and some other things, and some guild halls. I'll get into some guild halls and stuff like that. But for today, that'll do it. So we will catch you guys on the flip side.